What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news, and I'm very excited to bring you this news that Liverpool actually have a brand new signing, a brand new goalkeeper just signed. It was just announced officially, and the player is a huge 6'7" tall goalkeeper, and he is actually an international. He played for Guyana. His name is McKenzie-Lyle. He's 20 years old, and fun fact, he actually scored as a goalkeeper on his international debut for Guyana. In the last minute he came up to a corner and scored a header. I watched the video, it's quite a brilliant goal, and I'm just really excited because this guy could become a really good goalkeeper. And in this video I will tell you all that you need to know about Liverpool having a new goalkeeper coach as well, and also Nabil Fekir came out with another interview regarding his failed Liverpool transfer. So stay tuned and make sure to leave a like if you enjoy these types of videos. It really helps me out. Subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss a future upload. So this guy used to play for Barnet, who is actually a non-elite club now, but I have a trust in Liverpool scouts, because every time that Liverpool made the signing in the past like 3-4 years since Jurgen Klopp became manager, like 90% of those transfers became huge successes. And he is English, as I said. He is a 6'7" tall, that is 201 centimeters tall, so he is taller than 2 meters. Absolutely crazy. And he was on the books at Barnet from 2011, and as I said, he already played 3 international appearances for Guyana, and his first one he scored from a corner, which is brilliant. I haven't watched him play because I can't watch non-league football here in Hungary, but he will compete with Kamil Grabara and Kauhim Kelleher for the starting spot at the under-23s, and he will provide backup for Alisson and Simo Mignolet. So he could actually be our third choice goalkeeper this season if he improves in the coming months. And I think that's a big possibility, because Liverpool now signed a brand new goalkeeper coach who will be the goalkeeper for the young goalkeepers at the club. So Achterberg will stay as the first team goalkeeper, even though many Liverpool fans wanted Liverpool to sack him and bring in a brand new goalkeeper coach. But if Jurgen Klopp trusts our first team goalkeeper coach, then I have to agree with Jurgen Klopp, because he has incredible vast experience as a football manager. And this new goalkeeper coach, it's important to know that he has been in the game for a long time. He's quite experienced in coaching young players, and also because of Grabara yesterday picking up an injury, this guy McKenzie-Lyle could actually start for Liverpool under 23s very soon. So let's tell you about the new goalkeeper coach. And his name is Jack Robinson, and he was at the FA, where he works as a national goalkeeping coach for the under-15s and under-17s. So he actually coached the best young talent in England, and he was part of the England under-17 setup when they won the World Cup last year. So he has experience of actually winning a major tournament. Yes, it's under-23, under-17 level, but still, that's a World Cup win that we are talking about. Robinson actually spent 7 years at Manchester United, interestingly, working with the likes of Eric Steele and Franz Hoek, and helped to coach David De Gea and Edwin van der Sar. So these are very good. You know, he is a very good goalkeeper coach if you consider what kind of world-class goalkeepers he worked with previously, and he will mainly focus on the young goalkeepers. So the new signing McKenzie-Lyle and also Grabara and Kelleher, who are both 19 years old, and they have high hopes. Liverpool have high hopes of them turning into really awesome goalkeepers. And even if just one of them make it to be a top Premier League level goalkeeper, that saves us 20 to 30 million pounds in the transfer market, maybe even more. And Jurgen Klopp is not messing about, and Liverpool fan base, including myself, is very happy about this, because Liverpool, it looks like we are employing people for very specific tasks. For example, we just employed a throw-in coach, Thomas Gronemark, and also we now employed a goalkeeper coach just for the youth goalkeepers, just for the under 23 goalkeepers, and that's really awesome, really massive. And now let's talk about Nabil Fekir. So you know, guys, that I was really disappointed and gutted that Nabil Fekir didn't make it to Liverpool, and he made an interview recently in France saying, and I quote Nabil Fekir here, "What happened with Liverpool is straight out of my head. I turned the page. We must not stop at this. We must move forward. There are things that must be accepted. My future, we have not discussed an extension yet. We will see what happens." So Nabil Fekir is not even thinking about signing a new contract with Lyon. That tells me that he still wants to leave Lyon. And I would love to see Nabil Fekir at Liverpool, but at the moment it looks like it's very highly unlikely, unless Lyon lower their asking price to like half of the original 50 million. That's the only way that I can see Liverpool taking the risk of signing Nabil Fekir with his injury issues, the knee injury issues, and I'm gutted. I don't think Nabil Fekir turned the page, because he just keeps bringing up Liverpool and his failed transfer in the interviews. Almost every time that I hear Nabil Fekir talk in an interview, he mentions Liverpool, and he must be really gutted, because it was, I think, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sign for one of the top 5 biggest clubs in the world, or top 10 if you can argue if Liverpool are in the top 5, but I consider them to be alongside Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Manchester United, and maybe Juventus are on the same level now. So definitely let's go Liverpool, a top 10 biggest club in the world, one of the top 10 biggest clubs in the world. And for Nabil Fekir to have a chance to actually, you know, even sign the contract and pose for official photos in the official kit, to do an official interview with the official club in-house TV channel, and then for his transfer to fall through, it must have been heartbreaking. It must have been gutted, and he must have like wake up every day wondering what his life would be like if he was a Liverpool player, because I'm sure that he watches Liverpool games. I'm sure that the first time Liverpool showed interest in him was way before the summer transfer window, and we talked to his representatives many times, and Nabil Fekir was very keen to sign for Liverpool. And I'm sure that he watched a lot of Liverpool games, and he could see the kind of football that we play, and Nabil Fekir would have been perfect for our kind of football. And I think he's really gutted and heartbroken. Otherwise he wouldn't bring up Liverpool. Like, he already made 3 interviews after the transfer window has finished, mentioning Liverpool specifically, and his broken down transfer talks. So I'm sure that he's pretty sad inside, but who knows, anything can happen in football, and let's see what happens in January. We could well sign Nabil Fekir. It wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing that ever happened in terms of football transfers. Something really strange happened. Gary Neville and Martin Tyler, who are both Man United fans, Martin Tyler, the Sky Sports commentator, they were talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold, and they were talking about him like they didn't even watch him play. They described Trent Alexander-Arnold as a defensive fullback who is not comfortable going forward and who isn't a ball-playing right back. What is that all about? They have not a clue about what kind of player Trent Alexander-Arnold is, and I was really angry when I heard about this, because Trent Alexander-Arnold used to be a midfielder just 2 years ago or 3 years ago. He was playing as a midfielder in the Liverpool youth teams or under 23s, and he can play in midfield, and he's a very attacking fullback. Make no mistake. Yes, it's actually his defending that needs to maybe be a little bit better, and his crossing as well. He obviously needs to work on his crossing and his defending a little bit. But for these two very, very good commentators who not to do enough research, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is now an England international, and he played in a Champions League final. So it's unacceptable for Martin Tyler and Gary Neville, who follow English football as their job, not to know what kind of player Trent Alexander-Arnold is. I think that's unacceptable. There is a big change in the loan system coming, and that could affect Liverpool's transfer tactics, because previously there was no limit on how many players a club in England can loan out, and a club in any country can loan out. I just read in this article that Parma, for example, have more than 300 players on loan. Absolutely ridiculous number. And Chelsea last season, they had like 35 or something like that, close to 35 players on loan. And now they have 17 out on loan still, which is still a big number. And it looks like that if this goes through, that it will be only allowed 8 players being out on loan for a single club, which means that even the big clubs have to trim down and thin down their squad quite significantly. It means that the big clubs can't potentially sign up all the young talent in world football, because it looks like that, for example, Chelsea sign a lot of talented young players. They loan them out, some make it, some don't, and they sell most of them for a big profit, and that's actually a very viable business model. But with this new rule, you won't be able to do it. Only we'll be able to allow the 8 players out on loan, and that is, I think, a good thing for English football, because more talented young players will stay at their club and will play many minutes in the lower leagues, which I think is a good thing, because that's what they should do at a young age. They should play football, and there is no point going out on loan for like 4 years in a row hoping that, for example, Chelsea would play you, because Chelsea almost never includes like really like young talented players in their starting 11. That's very rare. Only 1 or 2 players made it in the past like 3, 4, 5 years. And you might wonder, after Lazar Markovic failed his transfer, like what will he do until the January transfer window? And it looks like that Liverpool Echo is reporting that Markovic will train with the Liverpool under-23s, and they just played a behind the closed doors friendly against Crewe Alexandra at the weekend. And their manager David Artell was praising Markovic, saying they had Markovic with them and he was a class above. It was a great experience, and the players can really see the benefit of it. So Markovic, it looks like, will play for the Liverpool under-23s, and this just confirms, like, Liverpool didn't even include Markovic in their Premier League squad. So Markovic couldn't even play in the Premier League if Jurgen Klopp selected him now, and that is a crystal clear message from Jurgen Klopp that Markovic is not in Liverpool's plans. So it's I'm wondering why on earth did Markovic not accept the Anderlecht offer, because to sit in the under-23s in the reserves for a whole season, or at least until January, it seems like it's a waste of time, because he's 24 years old. He needs to play, in my opinion. And that is all I have for you guys today in this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you did. See you later. Goodbye.